Hey everyone, and welcome to the Baked Alaskan. How you doing today? I am doing pretty well, thank you. It's MS Monday, and I have a topic I want to talk about that relates to my family visit this past weekend. Um, I haven't really planned out what I want to say, but I have an idea, and bear with me on this. I'm just going to run with it and see where it takes me. Because I'm still working out how I feel about this subject. So basically, what happened this past week was I got a text message from my aunt, who I haven't seen in probably 15 years. And she said she was coming to visit this week, in a few days. So I freaked out, predictably. I don't deal well with change or changing plans, like sudden changes in plans. I don't deal well with that, but I cope. And I coped. I dealt with it. And I dealt with it really well. I handled it probably better than I've handled any kind of stress in a long time. And I'm very proud and congratulatory of myself because of that. But I keep my family up to date with my struggles via Facebook because it's just easier. They're all on the loop. If they want to read it, they can read it. If they don't have to read it. And it just tells them about. I just tell them about setbacks that I've had, or treatments that I'm receiving, or that kind of thing. And my aunt is always very interested in those. I thought. And she helps me out a lot. She sends me money sometimes out of the blue for no reason. I never ask for it, but she helps us out, and I appreciate it immensely. Um, and that's what kind of makes this doubly confusing and very, very delicate. Um, it's The weed has me for a moment here. Hold on a sec. Okay. So, the problem here is that I don't want to piss anybody off, but it's also that I have to stay true to myself, and I have to also communicate my condition. Um, because they have not seen me in so long, they don't know what to expect, and they only see what I post on Facebook, versus what I go through in real life. And so they come here, and of course, my instinct is put on your happy face, which was no problem. I'm doing great lately. I feel wonderful. Um, but it's also not representing what I really go through. And because I look and sound okay, I don't want them to get the wrong impression that I'm lying on Facebook or something like that and cause more drama. Because this in this age of short attention spans and, well, the digital age, we make snap judgments, and then we put those snap judgments on Twitter or Facebook or whatever social media you prefer. And either people agree with you or they don't. And either they say so or they don't. But and it really shouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things. We shouldn't make those snap judgments in the first place. But this isn't a perfect world, and my example is not a perfect example either. So my aunt comes, And we're not a touchy-feely bunch by any stretch of the imagination, but we hug. And it's good for a while, you know? There's no... It seems like we're getting feeled out, you know, and just really for our situation and whatever, because my family has never come to visit me, so they have no idea what conditions I'm living in. And not that they're bad, but they just have no idea where I'm living, what I'm doing, anything about my life. They just make those judgments, and then they all, you know, compare notes. Do you camouflage your health issues to make other people feel comfortable? Or do you, you know, explain to them what you're going through? Or do you just say nothing and, you know, grimace when it hurts? You know, I don't know. I really don't know. What do you do? What I did was a combination. I smiled and pushed through a lot of discomfort. We did a lot of walking that I was not prepared for, and I really paid the price for that. But I didn't bitch about it. I didn't complain to anybody. I just did it. And that's just the type of person I am. The balls out Natalie in me, you know, go, go, go until the pain. So, I then chose to kind of pepper in little tidbits about my health. These, however, were not really received how I thought they were going to be received. They were kind of flushed off, you know. It's just, yeah, that's how it is, Heather. Or, you know, I know this, and, you know, not a lot of compassion. And again, I don't really expect that from my family, because we're not a touchy-feely family, unfortunately. But I thought, are they really telling me this because I seemed okay? Because you can't have it, Jackson. Because, stop, dude. So the question is, did they act like that because I acted like I was fine? Or because they made the snap judgment that I was fine? Or just because that's who they were? Or is it a combination of all of those things? I don't know. All I know is that it really made me think. And I really wondered what you would do if you were in the same situation with your family or your friends or whatever your situation is. If you hadn't seen somebody in a long time and they were sick and you went to see them or they went to see you, what would you do? Like, would you assume they're fine because they were acting good? Or if they didn't act like a sick person, they weren't sick? Or I don't know. I really don't. What I do know is what I didn't really work for me. And I don't know what the solution to that is either. But it was a tough situation for me. A very joyful time, but also a sad time. And, you know, the truth be told, right now in this moment, I really don't know the ramifications of what's going to happen after this now, if anything. If my family will think I'm fine and leave it at that, or if, excuse me, Jackson, go away. Jackson. Jackson's been taking lessons from Remy. So, I know this is kind of a weird MS Monday, but I really think that as people with chronic illness and how we move through the world, it's really important to talk about these things, because I'm not saying that I should have acted sick when I'm not sick. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, should I have fought as hard as I did to appear not sick? To have said, hey guys, I don't think I could walk that extra bit. Maybe I'll hang back. You know, to have made an issue out of something that ultimately wasn't an issue because I pushed through it. And that's all I'm saying. Do we pretend for other people's benefits, or do we pretend for ourselves? That's heavy, man. That's all I got for you today. I hope I left you with some kind of thought-provoking moment in all of that ramble. And I hope if you have an answer, or you think you have an answer, or a suggestion, or an idea, whatever you want to call it, write it down below and let me know what you think. I'm always open to hearing anything like that. So always positive stuff will be received gratefully. Jackson. Jackie. Jackson. Come on out of there. This video is going to be like 20 minutes long because of you.
Jackie. Jackson. Come on.
I want to thank everybody for joining me today, especially if you watched this far. I appreciate your ears and your eyes and your hearts and your whole selves very much, and I appreciate you watching. I hope that you're looking forward to this week, and it's got good things for you in store, and that smiles come easy, because sometimes that can be a really hard thing to bear. So smile, everybody. Take care, and be well.